good evening, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder First Edition's Reign of Winter playthrough with my lovely and wonderful Patreons in tow. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello.
Hello, folks at home.
Yeah, it's so good to see you all here. I hope you are having a wonderful week. We are back for some more TTRPG adventures. Now, for those of you who do not know what a TTRPG is, it is a tabletop role-playing game in which I take on the role of the Game Master, the Storyteller, and the Narrator, the Arbiter of the Rules, and the Congenitor of all consequences that befall my lovely heroes and their dice. This group of ne'er-do-wells are my protagonists, the people who are definitely not out to fucking antagonize me, that is for sure. No, they are the heroes, they are the adventurers, they are the people who the story revolves around, regardless of how it may seem. They are supposed to be the main characters of the adventure. These are all my Patreons. They love me, they love me, they also love playing these games, and of course the characters that they entail. But yeah. Before we kick off, guys, let's take a quick moment to thank our sponsors for the show. We have a number lined up here of people that help support the channel here at the Dead Aussie Gamer Place and help us do all the cool stuff that we do, starting with none other than Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you can see on stream at all times. Whether it's my character tokens or the players who are not on camera, Hero Forge allows me to be so creative with so many unique and amazing characters and bring them to life for you guys to enjoy at home. But not only can you enjoy it at home via your Twitch channel, you can also enjoy them at home, boom, via 3D printed models. That's right. Hero Forge allows you to not only design bespoke, well, I mean, if you want Baroque, but yes, bespoke Hero Forge models. You can get these customized miniatures. You can get them printed out in 2D, 3D, premium plastic, color printed plastic, and so much more for your tabletop use at home, or even just to commemorate one of your fantastic characters or games that you happen to be in. The quality is amazing, and the staff at Hero Forge are wonderful, to say the least. So yes, go check out Hero Forge. Go bang up your own character and bring your heroes to life. Next up, of course, we have Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects you will hear over the course of today's session. A variety of incredible soundscapes that allow my players to immerse themselves in the adventures as we undertake them. Sound effects such as a creepy dungeon, which, of course, no creepy dungeon is complete without being occupied by the restless, ghostly wails of the dead. And as my players try to make their way forward, something begins to slosh through water towards them, wading across the breach, preparing to strike them from the murky depths below. But yes, any good game deserves a great soundtrack. So please, go check out Sirenscape for the wonderful and amazing series of elements that you can bring to your game table, whether it's either on your phone or via your computer or whatever. Oh, hey, if you're like me and doing it online, perfect, do the thing. Then, of course, courtesy of our VTT of choice, we bring you Fantasy Grounds, our VTT that allows us to focus on the role-playing and take a little bit of time to just not have to worry about the rules and the references. Everything is built in, everything is automated, and it is a very, very easy-to-use tool with an entire academy called Fantasy Grounds Academy that pretty much helps tutorialize those people acclimating to this VTT. So, yeah. Go check it out. And of course, anything purchased on Fantasy Grounds that uses the affiliate link brings a little bit of income to good old Daggerino. So, if you do so, hey, consider using the link. All right. Let's now turn the ball over to my lovely players and meet these incredible characters for today's campaign, starting with none other than Kyrie, the Ratfolk Slayer, played by our dear friend Calindria.
Hello. How are you this morning?
Well, I'm pretty good. I've had Wednesdays are the worst days to ask me that because I'm in like 3 or 4 games by the time I get to here, and my brain is being fueled by whatever it happens to be in this mug. Looks like pee,
right,
but it's not.
So mush brain dag. Got it. It's Wednesday night for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Wednesday.
Okay, yeah. I'll say it's first thing in the morning, so my brain is mush for a different reason. I don't like being up early, and this is early for me because I'm lazy. Anyways, hi, Calindria. I play Kyrie, the Rat Folk Slayer, follower of Norgorber, White Rider, um, adventurer, student extraordinaire, um, uh, accidental springer of traps. Um, how do I word that I'm still suspicious of Makar? Probably because he's played by Neil more than anything.
Delusional,
Yeah,
Secretly
paranoid,
setting all those
sycophant.
traps.
and
All
Lucas
right.
is here. So
I am. Yeah. That was a laundry list of things, and I don't have that for my character. It's much shorter. But hello, I'm Lucas, Mr. Game and Art. I play Vectrin. He's a dwarf brawler. He's an accidental adventurer. Here we are, trying to set things right. And he hits things with sticks, and it's a good time. That's pretty much it.
Yep. I'm Marcus. I'm playing Kite, the Goran witch doctor shaman, formerly a catfolk who was found in the ruins of Artrosa. He was there gathering up some herbs and mushrooms for his teacher, and then got trapped by a weird demon dude thing. Was saved by the party, and then immediately decapitated, and it's just all been down from there.
Hello, I'm Neil from Immersion Diversion. I play Makar, the Asmar Magus, human Asmar Magus, and working for the Redcaps that asked him, or basically told him, to go and find the Baba Yaga, and so I'm helping this party and new friends who think I'm a traitor to help find the Baba Yaga.
I guess we're skipping Rill today.
Yes, indeed. Rill is played by Burn Brassax, who takes on the titular role of our dwarven cleric of Sarenrae, who is currently frozen in ice. Hence the freezy, icy bit.
Yes. And I play Cromwell the monk, Ariad, mostly human appearing, or at least he did until he became the Red Rider. Adventurer extraordinaire, enlisted with the Adventurers Guild back in his hometown, trying to study the world and employ his martial arts in doing so. Ended up on a quest to save the world, and I don't know, so far I think he's doing an all right job, apart from everyone except Kyrie dying, who originally joined the team. But I'm sure we'll get through it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Indeed, what is the worst that could happen? Well, to answer that question, we are going to delve into today's game. But before we do, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, you guys in the audience. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy, busy schedule to come and hang out with these goobers and me as we embark on this epic adventure. To thank you guys for your time and your efforts, we have a number of different rewards that incentivize you guys to stay around and donate to the channel and do a bunch of cool stuff by coming behind the GM screen for some fun. First of all, just by watching the show and earning channel points, you earn a ton of these really, really cool channel points that can be used to redeem a number of rewards as you play. This could be anything from inspiration, insight bonuses, random encounter generations, divine interventions, and much, much more. So go check those out in the chat just below. And then in addition, we have a number of donations for those of you who have a little bit of extra spending money that want to help good old Dag as we lead into Gen Con. Any extra cash to make sure that obviously all of Dag's home stuff is taken care of while he's away is greatly appreciated. So we got the monthly Dag support thing going on. But yeah, we have a number of different rewards here, starting with, of course, our $5 reward for a hero point or a jinx point. Hero points are these little red marks next to my players that can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Jinx points are these little purple marks beneath me that can be used to roll enemies with advantage, complicate matters ever so slightly, or counteract hero points. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks that I have in front of me. Your choice. Either a heroic action deck for a heroic action to a player of your choice, or a random series of cards. I'll pick out 3 of them. And you get to decide which one of these random plot twists or flashbacks get immediately thrown into the game. We already have one here from a donation, a big old $50 donation from our big and amazing friend Schoolie, who has requested, I believe, the second plot twist. The first plot twist that we have is none other than the point of no return. Which is not what we're going to use. We're going to not use that one. Get out of here, you. Actually, don't get out of here, you. I actually do need you. Hold on, come back. Oh God, I threw it too far away. I was dramatic and I'm full of regret. Okay. Yes. Yes, as I said. Get out of here, you. Gently. And the second of our plot twist cards is none other than... Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Tragedy. To what tragic end will our heroes find out? Well, we'll have to find out
Is
today.
that one of the flashback cards?
It is one of the flashback cards. Well, mostly because they're
Oh, gosh.
interesting too, and I'm like, why not?
I know. They're good, yeah.
Tragedy. Jesus, that's going to be a good
I'm
one.
glad you mixed them.
All right. So yeah, tragedy is going to be the plot twist of the day. Now, for $20, for those of you who are so inclined, can donate $20 to generate a natural 20, which are these little golden tokens here that are, well, as the name implies, natural 20s. Makar and myself have been gifted a golden natural 20 because fucking Schoolie is a bloody champion. You know what he is? He's fucking champ is what he is. And yes, there's the whole thing. Yeah. And yes, Schoolie, I got the love triangle plot twist over the weekend, and now we're dealing with that. So, fun times. After the $20 donation, we have our $50 donation, which of course comes at either an increase in the difficulty of the challenge our heroes are facing, whether that's a boss buff, a encountered increase in difficulty, or raising the stakes. Some way, shape, or form, the bad guys will get a boost. Or, for $50, you can provide a magic item of your choosing to the player of your choice. This can be an item you design, an item I design as a set item, or something from my player's wish list. These always go a treat to my players and show your favorite player how much you appreciate them. So there you go. And lastly, we have our secret $100 menu item. The $100 menu item is the big old item that we mentioned at the start of the game and nowhere else, where something big and game-changing is introduced as just to incentivize a big $100 donation. Now, our heroes are currently in a glacier fissure, caught between several large walls of sliding ice, as they are trying to make their way towards a small city in order to try and find a missing piece of a recipe spell that'll take our heroes to the Baba Yaga, who they're seeking. There are two giant, massive ice worm lizard things that are lurking here. However, our heroes are currently level 10. And there is a creature that I love. Called... Let me see if I got it here. Let me just see what level it is. Oh, it's level 7. No, I don't like that. I'll boost it up. All right. There's a creature I love that comes from the lands of ice, which are always fun. And I will boost it up because it's a CR7, but I can make it tougher. It is a creature known as a Remoras. Now, I have written an encounter in which our heroes will find and bother a clutch of Remoras eggs, provoking a very, very large one of these creatures into battle. What's interesting about these creatures, you may ask? Well, while our heroes are, of course, in the icy fissures between these glaciers, they are surrounded by ice, as the name implies. What does that make a difference about? Well, these things actually have an internal body temperature of several thousand degrees, vomit out lava, and can melt, destroy, or collapse tunnels filled with ice. So these creatures are not what you want to encounter while surrounded on all sides. And that is exactly what will happen. We will have an encounter with the Remoras as our heroes will try to sneak and quietly make their way through a clutch of Remoraz eggs without awakening the very angry, very buffed parents of said creatures. So there you go. That is our thing. We're going to call it Remoraz Babies. That is our secret menu item. Baby Remoraz.
Awesome.
All right. I think that's everything, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, without any further ado, let us dive into today's game. Now, as the story goes, our heroes are a group of adventurers who had been thrust upon fate and destiny itself in order to take on the role of the heralds of the Baba Yaga. Every so often, the Baba Yaga would return to her home nation of Irison and replace the queen with one of her daughters. This year, however, Queen Ilvana has no intention of going with the Baba Yaga and has done something to sabotage the ritual, killing the riders of the Baba Yaga. However, before the Black Rider, the final of the previous generation, perished, he passed on their powers to our heroes, who had been using it in order to go on a quest to seek out the Baba Yaga, return her to Irison, and have her dethrone the queen and replace it before it is too late. The queen herself has set her eyes upon the unsuspecting world of Galarian and is using her magic powers and command over the icy elements in order to try and take over everything. But our heroes will not let that happen, not by a long shot. And traversing several portals and planes and other things, you would... sorry, to answer Baroon's question, because we're still technically in the start of the game, it is an egg clutch of Remoraz, which are these creatures here. And our heroes will have to do an encounter in which they have to sneak past said Remoraz clutch filled with eggs before, without awakening two very powerful giant centipede lizard things that breathe fire, melt ice, and could potentially cause massive cave-ins, landslides, you name it. Yeah, basically these things are walking disasters. And there'll be two of them. And every $100 I will throw in another one, another pair. Another mated pair for the shits and giggles of it. You know, why not? Alright. Anyway. But that is, I believe, where we're at. Right now, our heroes are seeking out pieces of a puzzle. Once gathered up, they can be dumped into a cauldron within the Baba Yaga's Danzig hut. And the hut itself will take our heroes to the Baba Yaga. But of course, the last piece happens to be hidden here on the planet Triaxis, in a nestled city known as the... Anyone?
It was iron... No, it was...
Ivory...
Ivory glass.
Plus,
Ivory glass, thank you. But
Yep.
yes. So,
Every time we update, it seems to delete all the pins that I have down the bottom.
that is unfortunate. And yeah, actually, you know what? I just noticed that as well. It deleted all my pins too.
Mm.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Mine was... I just have the one pin.
Okay, so entering the glaciers, you hear the sounds of the ice cracking and the intense pressure as they slide against each other, despite which the tunnel that you enter seems relatively stable. Up ahead, that same smell of rot and decay, of flesh torn and broken. Two gleaming eyes staring at you from an alcove as you witness this large, long, scaled blue form, reptilian in nature, slithering into a hole just beyond your sight in the dark. Our heroes continue their approach, treading ever carefully forward. But it is easy to tell that something lies in wait. Something ambushes them, or waits to ambush them.
Could we have the map, please?
Oh, I
That's the
suppose.
map. Damn it.
Ah, you're lying. There's nothing on the map. Let's go.
It's... Hang on, I gotta fix my map now that everything adjusted. Cromwell, wait.
As Cromwell moves up, his footsteps thrumming on the ice as he walks forward, can I get you to make me a perception check? Bectrin, I saw that. You too.
I saw that.
Thank you. All right, 25 and 27. I don't know if they'll do that well, but we'll find out in a moment. Ooh, nope, not at all. All right. As you turn the corner, Cromwell, you see
Now there's things on the map.
What's that?
Oh shit.
Now there's things on the map.
Now there's
I guess
things
you've
on the
been
map.
lying.
The creatures hiss at you as you come into their view. They step forward. And they seem to be trying to usher you away for the time being. But we're going to go into initiative and find out what they decide to do. Alright. Bectrin, you're up first, followed by Kyrie, Makar, Kite, the Frost Crawlers, and then Cromwell.
Oh, damn. I don't think I've ever gone first. It's amazing.
There's a first time for everything.
It's a miracle. All right, you said they just look like they're trying to usher us away. They don't look aggressive yet.
They're super aggressive.
Aggressively usher us away.
They are super
Right,
aggressive.
but they're not trying to eat our faces off immediately.
Not presently.
Sweet.
Oh
And there's, if we were to backtrack, is there another way around, or are we stuck? going
You
this
do
way?
have to proceed forward. Remembering you're trying to also make an offering to prove yourself.
I don't have anything to offer.
Oh, no, you just need to go there
Oh.
and just, like hang out and be like, hey, what's up?
Okay, I can do that. All right, so they're down that hallway. What? Let's see. Are they just trying to keep us out of that hallway, or trying to turn us back in general here?
Right now you get the feeling that they're trying to turn you back. Yeah,
Did
don't
I
worry,
unmute
Skilly,
my
we'll
microphone?
get
Sorry,
to
I was
that.
muted on one side.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm going to suggest that we try perhaps sticking to the wall to the north to get around them, and I'm going to delay any actions for now, but I am going to ready my weapons just in case.
Okay. Done and done, which brings us then swiftly, as the draconic creatures continue to stare with their serpentine eye. Kyrie, you're up next.
I'm gonna do a lot of moving.
Mm-hmm. Also, hi, Vala.
Hold on, still moving. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna start trying to listen to Bectrin. I'm gonna stop here, and I'm going to study both of these lovely not people.
All right, you study them. Study them good.
Good and long.
Good and long. All right, anything else?
Oh, I can't do anything else. I did both double move.
All right, Makar, you're up next.
Alright, heeding Mictrin's words, I'm also going to go up against the wall. 5, 10, 15, 20. And yeah, I'll just use basically all my actions and just kind of move along the wall.
All right.
So I guess I don't know how many more times I can move technically. I guess maybe one more. So
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20. Like there. And that'll be it for me.
All right, after Makar, Kite, you're up next. Kite might be muted.
Oh, I said I'll just go there, and I moved.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, the creatures go. Could I get a percentage roll from Cromwell, please?
Ooh.
78. Good, good. And could I get a second, please?
Ooh.
Less good. Okay. So, the first one decides that it is best used to stay behind and keep watch, ready to back up if it needs to. The first, however, is going to jump forward and attempt is going to leap forward and attack. All right. Now, who is it going to go for?
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? Breath weapon. That'll be perfect.
Ah!
Oh, you know what? No, I did say it's going to bite, so... Cromwell! Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Kya! Alright, with a 33, its large jaws grab onto you and clench downwards for 15 points of damage. And as it does so, it then begins to coil around you, tightening itself as it constricts you. For a further 'let's see. As it twists around, it deals a further 18 points of damage, just as it squeezes you with its reptilian body. You feel its muscles and scales contracting as you're just squeezed on all sides. Alright, that is the two frost crawlers go. As we then turn to Cromwell in the clutches of doom. Also, really quickly, Urban Dragon Dice. Welcome in, you bloody legend, you. Frustrated that the Pathfinder tag on Twitch doesn't work right anymore. That's a pain in the ass, but you know what? If people seek the Pathfinder and wish to find the path, they will find my stream. And yet, lo, behold, you will find me here. I will be here, and this is where I am. Welcome. If you wish to not rely on the tag, consider following. You may follow my channel. It will cost you nothing, except maybe a smile. All right. Cromwell.
Right. Is there any effect or no? It's just crushing.
Yeah. So you're basically grappled. That is there.
Okay.
That's about it. Oh, well, there you go. See, bloody freaking.
Okay,
You know
so
what?
no effect on me to hit it back in the grapple.
No, not at all. Weirdly enough, actually, I'll share with you guys this story. So, I learned very early on in my days of playing Pathfinder that there is something that no smart, cognizant, and intelligent individual would ever do, and that is grapple a monk or a lion. Straight up.
Or a lion.
Do not grapple these two things, because they do not give a fuck that you have grappled them when it comes to their unarmed strikes, their slashes, their bites, their rakes. They don't give a shit. So yeah. But unfortunately, these creatures are not so strategically cognizant, nor are they aware of the skills that Cromwell possesses. So naturally, it does what it does as a serpentine reptile, bit on you, wrapped you up. You do have the grappled condition, but beyond that, you are unhindered.
Okay. I will activate my gem skin to try and mitigate some of this crushing damage in the future. and I will try. I haven't had much success with these dragons and stuns, but they all seem a little different. So I will try a stunning slap on this thing first, and then proceed with just elbowing it, poking it, kneeing it, and whatever it passes for its stomach.
All right. You begin to raise your knees and elbows and start wailing on it from all angles. It absolutely starts taking these intense blows. The scales are tough and actually feel quite rough against you. But there you go.
So if it can be stunned, then that's a DC 20 fortitude.
It can potentially be stunned. Let's see. DC what?
20 fortitude.
20 fortitude. All right. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look.
Never know.
Oh,
21. Dang, so close. Also, Stealthy Elf Productions, thank you for the follow, you bloody legends, you. Welcome to the crypt. Okay. Next attack. Cromwell lands another blow. And another. And another. As a flurry of these attacks just blow one after the other. 23 damage. 17 damage. Boom! 19 damage. The creature is not happy. In fact, for free, it is going to just drop you because it doesn't want to hold you anymore. It realizes it had erred. It had made a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. But that is the end of our dear Cromwell's turn, as we then return to the top of the round and go see Bectrin.
That's me. Yeah, so going around didn't work, clearly.
No. It kind of worked. The other one didn't.
See, this is what I get for trying to be like diplomatic and not just immediately smacking things in the face. This is what I get right here. All right, let's see. I guess we're gonna move up and we're gonna try to smack this guy that's been messing with Cromwell. So let's do that. There we go. Move up to there, and then we'll do a little smacky, as I like to call it.
That's the official term.
Exactly. Let's see, as soon as I find the right one. It is... Sorry, I have so many of these things. This one. Sweet. I like that.
Right?
jeez.
Critical.
Dang.
Sorry, thank you. Much obliged.
Like,
All right, that is 25 points of damage with the critical hit.
wow.
You did land another hit, though, didn't you?
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Excuse me.
It was.
That one was much less impressive.
That is much less impressive. That is 6 points of damage. But yeah, you landed the crit. You landed the hit, so there you go.
That's about what I do normally.
Okay.
There you go. That last one was for you, then. Dedicated to Kyrie.
Oh,
I
love
appreciate it.
Amazing.
How come your second one only did half the dice?
Because the first time he crit.
No.
No, yeah, he
Oh,
only
what
did
is
one
it?
instead of
Dice.
two.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
kinda
true.
weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know what it's doing.
And half of your.
Oh, because you
strength
used a
bonus
different
as well.
Dangbong weapon. Because the first one says the second one says Dangbong with bludgeoning magic called Iron Returning, but the first one says bludgeoning magic called Iron Returning, but then also another bludgeoning.
Yeah,
I
your
don't
first one has double the damage on it compared to the second
Yeah.
one for some reason.
That's weird. It's supposed to be 1d10 plus 5, is what it should be. I don't know why it did that.
Ah.
Oh, that's okay. Either way, we'll
Okay.
keep that one there, and then we will get you the crit
So the
card.
crit one was wrong.
All right. So, pick a number between 1 to 5 for your crit.
Let's go with 1. We'll do 1 today.
A 1. Oh, okay. Playing big. Whoa, there it is. All right. With your bludgeoning damage, the target is blinded for 1 round as you put out its lights, striking as it hits directly on its nose. The bridge of its nose, of course, for those of you who are aware of serpent anatomy, has a lot of sensors, specifically called pits. And as it does so, it jars it, effectively blinding this creature for 1 round.
Nice.
All right, anything further?
Nope, that's it for this one.
All right, done and done. Next up is Kyrie.
Yay! All right.
Also, Kyrie, do you know what happened to my old award tag? The command key? I don't remember what it was.
What? For the crit award?
Yeah.
It used to be HB, but I updated it, when it was, yeah, HB for Humble Brag.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Although that's not working apparently,
No.
so that's amazing.
Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Meanwhile, Kyrie will. I need to clear my throat again. Hold on. Okay, did not want to do that in everyone's ear. Kyrie will move forward-ish. Give a sup nod to Vectrin, and then we're gonna use our. Hang on, if I could open the right thing. Our War Dagger. And +3. And +3. And then I go, hi. No, I don't go hi. And since I moved, that is all I can do right now.
All right, brilliant. Did you poison your dagger by any chance?
I did not.
Ah, okay, very well. All right, as you take your knife out and you gash at its leg, the creature is barely able to stand. It is keeping itself together, but not well. As Makar, it becomes your turn.
All right, I'm just gonna
Sneeze on it,
move
Makar.
forward.
Sneeze on it.
Sneeze on it. You guys seem to be doing fine. Actually, yeah, and then Makar's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Just kind of continuing down the wall. And then I'm going to look into the cave, like, but just behind where they are, to where the other one is. And Makar's going to kind of try and figure out why the other one has stayed behind. Like, is it protecting something? Is it just, like, is it thinking maybe the other one's just protecting it, you know, and that's why it hasn't came in? I'm just trying to figure out why it stayed behind. Anything I need to do?
No.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm not looking at this one, I'm looking at the other one.
Okay, so the one behind, like in the little alcove?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
not a problem.
I'm trying to discern why it's stayed back.
Because it's holding its ground, and mostly because you can tell that it's like a mated pair, and if they both went to attack, they could potentially get in each other's way.
Gotcha.
So one of them is it's hoping that one of them is gonna, by charging, scare you guys off. You probably believe that in the next round, it'll likely charge and go to back up its mate.
Okay. Alright, well, if it's gonna come back him up, I'll I'll get a little bit of damage on that second one. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray with my bow at that one.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. So attack with the spell.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I get 2 rays. So first one. Ooh. So that's a hit. And the second one. Ah. Oh, it's also a hit.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
Nice. Solid hits.
All right. So 246 plus my. Yeah, so I will do those first. Oops, I think I went too far. Okay, so it'll be 46 damages on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drop those, and then 2 bow damage ones. And I think it was a new day. I forgot to put electricity or anything else, so I'm gonna take that damage off. There we go.
All right.
So just 2 of these.
All right. 6 points of damage.
There we go.
7 points of damage. Nice.
And that is my turn.
All right.
Now I'll take 2 arrows off. There we
Which
go.
then?
That was my turn.
Okay. That then brings us to Kite.
All right. So I will. So how was it that you worded again? To cast the spell, like I cast it before going in order to avoid getting my shit kicked in.
Yep.
All right. Then I'm going to do that with inflict light wounds on Frost Collar 1.
Okay. All right. I see you. All right. You cast
it's-
inflict light wounds, and then you move in to deliver your touch attack.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even think I make a touch attack. I think it just make a save.
Nope. If it is that, you will need to make a touch attack.
I don't know why it's not listed under there. Give me a second.
What's the
I
range?
need to. It's touch, but it's a will
Then
save.
it is a touch attack. Then once you make the
I-
touch,
I-
you will
I-
require a will save.
I get.
Yeah, I
I
think
get
he's
that.
saying it's not in
but
the thing.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
is under
have.
the range. It says touch, which means you will need to touch him.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that the
There's no
attack
dice to roll to
itself-
attack on
Yeah.
the spell.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to find that.
So you mean
I-
you mean on fantasy grounds? Right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
my
need
apologies.
to. I need to.
Right. Okay. I thought for some reason you were arguing me that you weren't touching him. I'm like, yeah,
No.
fucking make
No,
a touch attack.
I need to
No, that-
physically add the actual touch to it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. What's it? Inflict light
There we go.
wounds. Yeah, no, it's right there. Go. Was it not there before?
No, it wasn't. I just had to physically add it.
Okay, sweet, easy done. All right. You didn't drop it on the creature?
No, I did. I don't know why it didn't. There we go. Okay, now that time it did.
Yep, there you go. Sweet, easy done.
All right.
As
I
you
mean, it's not a lot of damage, but
reach out, you absolutely land your hand on his body. Drop the will save on him, and let's see if he can resist.
crap. That is not. Yeah, I meant to grab the will, not the damage.
That's okay, because he will fail that, and with that single touch, you watch as this negative void energy passes into the creature's body. It lets loose a pained howl before falling down, dead, onto the ground.
Woo! I finally killed something. That wasn't myself.
That is true. All right. Kite, you're now done?
Yes.
All right. Question for the group. Who is
Yes.
wearing metal armor or has anything metal upon their person? I don't mean in a bag. I mean you're wearing it openly, broadly. This includes having weapons of metal, etc., etc.
I mean, I have
I have a
daggers.
crystal bow.
I have
Got
rings
arrows
if
and
those count.
Yeah, I guess rings technically. Yeah. Well, I've got arrows inside of a quiver, so I don't know.
Kyrie, Vectrin, Kite.
I have a
Cromwell?
metal. I have a chain coat. Yeah.
Oh, so you're
I'm
actually wearing
a ring.
Dang it, Neil.
Yeah, I'm wearing chainmail.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Um,
I've got a
Daggers.
ring of
Or
protection.
not chainmail, chain
Rings,
coat.
yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say if rings count, then yeah.
Alright, so the person who's got the most metal is Makar. Makar, make a reflex save.
Ah. 20.
A 20. The DC we're looking for is 22.
Ah.
So that is indeed going to fail. Kyria, you have daggers. That is potentially, that is smaller than the previous one, so that is... Alright. 17 damage
Oof.
to Makar as lightning strikes out and hits you, Makar. It then arcs towards Kyrie. Kyrie, can I get you to make me a reflex save?
you sure can.
Ooh, nice. Do you have evasion?
I do.
Then this is where that electricity stops as you backflip your way to safety, avoiding getting caught in the crossfire of the blast. You kind of jump out the way. Cromwell, it is up to you. The creature looks like it is on the defensive at this point. It is not approaching and wants to keep its distance.
Okay. I will. Sorry, just checking my movement. 50. Okay. Well, I will attempt to cross in front of it and keep an eye on it.
All right. Very well. As you do so, make an intimidate check.
Intimidate, charisma based. Okay.
You'll get a +4 bonus. All right. The creature is not afraid of you, but because you're not getting closer, it is not attacking. All right. Anyone else? You guys all going to kind of follow the same suit, or is anyone going to attack?
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
follow
good to
the
go.
wall.
All right. With that, our heroes step slowly, keeping their backs against the icy wall, watching the creature as it snarls. Eventually, as they make their way down the tunnel, the creature reemerges and makes their way over to their loving mate. You hear a pained and mournful howl coming from, echoing all around you, before the sounds of chomping and chewing and eating.
I figured.
Nom, nom, nom.
I'm so sad, but tasty. Also at the same time.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, with that behind our heroes, they continue to make their way through the various tunnels, eventually coming to a fork in the road.
Not a spoon.
Not a spoon.
Oh.
No.
Bless you.
All right.
I'm being moved forcefully.
You can go left or you can go right, basically.
Left.
I was gonna say which
Well,
one
there goes
sounds
Cromwell.
less
By
dangerous.
the
Follow
way,
Cromwell's.
I will
Damn
once again reiterate to my players that we are actually live on Twitch with, people watching and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And while we of course may enjoy the luxury of being able to use our VTT, it is very imperative and very important that we vocalize what we do as an action and not simply move our
Yeah,
models
Tim.
and hope that either our GM
Just
doesn't
kidding.
notice or that our audience has to just miss out on what is going on. Yes.
Yeah,
the-
I
Grumble
was
goes,
totally
"La
gonna
di da
listen to
dee,"
see which
and
way
we
is less
follow.
dangerous. So whatever.
Excellent. Good. I'm glad that all the people that were responsive for that actually responded and answered.
Tim. Just kidding.
It's the look on his face.
Yeah, no, he knows.
He's like, I'm just kidding.
As you make your way to the left, you find yourself in a chamber that is a little bit different than the others. This one seems to have a air of almost humidity to it. It
Ugh.
is almost borderline sweltering. Unlike the ice in the previous chamber, the ice in this area seems to be glossy and glimmering. Very clean water and almost see-through. The edges of it are wet from heat. If anyone has spent time inside of a, like say a heated glacier or something like that, one that's connected to say a hot spring or a well of heat, you would see this as well. It's almost like crystal as opposed to ice. As you make your way
Bless you.
here, the entire floor appears to be covered in what look to be very strange-looking stone orbs. It is very difficult to move at all while you are in this region, as they are so closely packed together. They seem to be attached to the ground by some kind of weird resin, a very strange, hardened sludge or slime. And there are a multitude of these eggs lying around on the ground in front of you.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Well, if I know eggs, then we should go and poke the top of them and look at them very, very closely.
With our mouths wide open.
Yes, and anyone who's got a face mask of some sort, take it off first.
Yes.
I say we just back the fuck up and go the other direction.
I'm down to see what's over there just to see if we can get away from this heat.
There doesn't seem to be anything else other than eggs.
Over here, no. But on the other side, as you continue, the sweltering heat becomes more intense.
Ah, shit.
Hey,
Looks like we gotta go this way.
Well, I could describe the thing you see if
No,
you
I know,
want,
I-
but you can keep going if you
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, fuck me, right?
No, I want to see it.
You sure? You sure, Neil?
Yeah. I didn't say I didn't want to see it.
I know. All right. In this particular room, what you see are two immense-looking creatures. All right. Each of which seem to have an insectile look about them. And each breathe with these heavy undulations of this red hot steaming gas that protrudes from their body. Their mandibles tap the glass beneath them. And what you see are two slumbering remorazes. There you go.
Oh shit.
For our audience at home.
no.
Not saying anything.
They continue to slumber for the time being.
Oh, they're sleeping. Right.
Beckford will turn around and go the other way. No, I'm just kidding.
Just leave the cave entirely. Like, bye guys.
This is why you always go right here.
Yeah.
Right is always
Kite,
right.
if Kite has a problem with the heat, I can always turn you into a gas form, and then you can move on to the other side.
Did you say a gas worm?
Gas
I,
worm.
I
Oh,
also
okay.
heard gas worm.
I was gonna say that sounds kind of like cool. What the hell is a gas worm?
I
Form.
mean,
Got
you
it.
can make it a gas worm if you want.
Uh, no, it's
It's the gas
not,
that comes from a worm.
it's not the heat that's the problem.
All right.
Well, let's continue around through the eggs then. If heat is a problem,
All right.
we'll
Does it
make our
seem-
way.
So,
we'll try not
before-
to step on eggs, but
Sure.
I'm not sure how
Well,
clustered they are.
before you move through the egg area, while
Okay.
you're moving through it, it is difficult terrain. If you choose to move faster than difficult terrain, it will alter the DC.
Okay,
So-
I'll just move
Hang on.
carefully. I don't really want to crush random eggs.
These walls here, can we like see through them?
No.
That's not like an ice like see-through wall kind of thing. Okay,
All right.
got it.
Cromwell, can
Um,
I get you to make me an acrobatics check as you
Yes.
move half speed across, which will take you to here. All right. With a 21, that is a failure. Please roll me a percentage, please.
Oh, crunch.
You do manage to avoid most of them. You do knock one off its resin, and you realize that these things are quite brittle and filled with this caustic pink slime. The pink slime is actually, oh sorry, it's not caustic, but it's actually heat. It's actually fire. It is almost as hot as lava, and you will actually take 6 points of fire damage as it burns your leg. Which, of course, thanks to your ring of regeneration, you don't need to worry about too much. But it does cause
also
you.
Cromwell.
Yeah,
But-
he's immune to fire.
Oh yeah.
Who, Cromwell? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right, because you've
Yeah.
got the fire rider. Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah.
But yes, you're fine. But the egg itself, you realize again, you watch as that lava melts the ice and it creates like kind of that divot downwards. I mean, they're not explosive, but you imagine falling backwards into one would not be a happy time for anyone.
Yeah.
In this
Especially
case, you
get
only
encased in
just
ice.
yeah. In this case, you've only just grazed one of the eggs. Now there are hundreds of eggs on this side, but that is your action. That is your move. Do you want to keep moving?
Okay. I mean, I will unless someone else is following in behind, or is everyone just watching?
Well, seeing that you are fine to the lava, but we know that you're immune to fire.
Yes, but we also have to cross, and we are not.
No, I know. Is anyone else has like Kyria, you're pretty athletic or acrobatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. We could also try the other direction,
No,
which I feel
no, we
is like what
cannot.
Dag is trying to get us.
No, they did, and they saw the two sleeping
The
giant
roundhouse, yeah.
things.
Oh, they
Yeah.
did. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
no,
not
Victor-
here apparently for that.
Spectre and
Yeah,
Kite,
no.
what about you guys?
I'd rather take
How-
my chances with the eggs than the
No,
monster.
no, I'm
Eggs on
saying
egg.
no, I know. I'm just saying how
Think about it.
like acrobatic or athletic are you to try and get across these? Because I
I'm
could
going
cast things on you that could help you just fly across them.
I do all right.
You
Just
know,
turn
right?
me into gas, Makar.
Well, I mean, I have fly too, so I could just fly you. But I could gas form you, which would probably be better.
Yeah, it would
I'm
probably
going to
be
swap
better,
out
so
my-
that way you don't have to make a check to carry
Gotcha.
me.
So yeah, I
While
will.
Makar is
cast gas
drawing up
form on Kite.
detailed and complex battle
Yeah,
plans for the next
yeah. As they
several
sit
weeks,
down, they
I
start
will-
scratching into the ice. All right, listen. If the airspeed velocity of this tunnel just happens to be traveling at 14 miles per hour, I have
Not
sixth
even
level
Close to
force
how
belt.
that's working, but okay.
I will see if it gets more difficult or if it's sort of roughly the same, sort of picking through the area, just to judge.
I'm gonna swap out Jeff's jacket for my Slayer's robe. I'm going to cast gaseous form, and I'm gonna move my ass on the other side.
All right.
Nice.
So, we're going to do this one at a time. Cromwell, you have begun to move across, and again, the others talking and very much making complicated plans behind you is a little distracting. But can you please make me another acrobatics check as you continue to move forward? Once again, with a 21, you brush up against one of the eggs. And again, there is this kind of breaking and more of that lava-like pink goo eeps out of it and just melts into the ground.
As this gas whiffs past, it wasn't me, I promise.
Now, Kyrie, you said you had just transformed in. You've changed your jacket.
Mhm.
Okay. It takes you a minute or so to change your jacket, but eventually you do so. And when you are ready, once again you sort of turn yourself into an incorporeal mist and begin to move. Now, you. What's your move speed as a mist?
I think it's like 10.
I have no idea. Where
It
does it say that?
says, where's that? Gaseous creature can't run, but it can fly at a speed of 10 feet and automatically succeeds on all fly check skills.
All right, so you're moving at 10 foot around. So you
It
are also
passes through
starting.
small holes.
Yeah, so you're starting to move through there. As you do so, you are going to be able to make it to here with no trouble. However, once you get to here, in this particular area, you notice that there are a series of large pot marks. Areas where the ice has melted in various almost domed shaped structures. If you think about the interior of a wasp's nest or something like that, this is kind of the visual you kind of have in this area. And nestled within several of these places are both eggs and what seem to be vents of steam that at various intervals blow out the steam. This is why this entire area is so humid and so muggy. There is a massive heat source that is forcing this into a makeshift sauna to help keep the eggs both moist, warm, and in a climate suitable for them.
Okay. So I have to be in the gaseous form for at least a full minute. So I'm gonna have to kind of float there for a bit until I can turn back.
All right, so you're gonna just chill out there and just wait?
Yeah.
Not a problem. All right. Now, Bectrin, going back to you. What does our dwarven adventurer do? Like I said, Makar and Kite are still in the midst of their planning phase. What about you?
So, last time I was supposed to get, or we were going to say that I was going to get the puffy wuffy cloak at some point.
Oh yes.
Do I have that yet? Was I able to get that from
well,
the
you
hut,
know
maybe?
What?
Or
You know
no?
what? Thank you for reminding me. I always tell my players to remind me about these magic items, and no one ever fucking does. And you know what? Here's why you need to remind me. Bectrin, as the others are moving ahead, you'd notice something that catches your eye. Just inches away from where the ice happens to be along one of the walls, you see something, kind of a fogged up. Actually, no, because it's crystal clear. Never mind. You actually see, seated on the ground just inside of where this wall of ice happens to be, what looks to be a fellow dwarf, an explorer of some kind, frozen in ice. However, he seems to have little tiny appendages, almost like leathery horns on the front of his head. He wears a very puffy, wuffy cloak, and with a bit of picking and mining and stuff like that, you could break through the ice and exhume this poor soul's corpse, and potentially get that really nice coat he's wearing.
It does look really nice. I would like to have that.
All right.
He can't use it, right? So
Yeah.
might as well put it to good use.
All right. So what do you do now?
I don't know what this thing does, right? Because my whole plan was to use Misty Step to get through here, but
You don't know what it does, but it is behind a sheet of ice.
all right. Well, I'm going to get it out and take that thing.
All right.
Put it on.
How do you do this? You lay your hand on the ice. Unfortunately, it prevents your ingress towards the corpse. Ding, ding.
I am going to slowly chip away at it with, I guess, with my weapons, because that's all I got.
You pull out your Dan Bong.
Yep.
I got this. Dunk. Roll a percentile, please.
I'm sure this will go well.
All right, you hear a boom, but there's no response. Go out again. Keep going.
Yeah,
Boom.
let's do it again.
Roll another percentage.
Ah, I dropped the dice. There we go. Sweet, I did even worse.
Oh,
All right. Well, no, it starts to crack a little bit. Yeah, you're definitely making progress. Another maybe 3 hits or so, you'll probably bust it open.
All right, I'm gonna keep going then. If it's starting to crack,
Another percentage.
would you? Oh my god!
oh no!
All right.
Oh.
As
I
you
just
are-
want to take a moment though to let everyone know that landed on 90 and then very slowly rolled over to the 10.
I
It
saw
really
that.
did.
Yeah.
You do
We're
have a
in
hero
Russia,
point if
where
you
you
want to
don't crack
reroll
the
it.
ice. The ice
Yeah,
cracks
you have a
you.
hero point.
Normally, I
Yeah,
don't-
why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say normally I don't allow them for non-D20s, but I will allow
Could
for
be
this.
even worse.
Could be even worse.
I'm gonna roll a 1. Here we go.
Well,
Oh,
if you
that'd
roll a
be a
one, if you roll a
roll
one,
a
it'll
one.
be catastrophic. Yeah, there you go. 9.
You got the 90.
Well, I
It
rolled a
is worse,
9,
but yeah,
so
there
You got
you
the
go.
9.
Oh no!
Okay.
You did get
So-
worse.
Okay,
Well
so
done.
the ice is still there. You take another hit, and I'm going to give you this one for free. So it's only 1 hit away from getting access to the creature inside. However, while that is happening, Makar and Kite, the two of you have, I presume, finished talking.
Yeah, so I was going to cast Gaseous Swarm on Kite.
Kite is now in gaseous form.
Yeah. And
Then I'll proceed through.
All right, 10,
That's
Go hang out with
Makar.
me.
20.
That's
okay.
Makar.
You can basically move to there, and as you get to about here again, you also see the steam moving through. No, Kite, over here.
That was
Thank you.
Makar. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Makar was gonna use something, but then he realized he might, because we have seen those things over there sleeping. Because I forgot I've got the Horn of the Weasel, which would give me a burrow speed,
Mhm.
but that makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, I was
so-
gonna say please do not.
Yeah. So Makar, do these walls look grabbable? Like, could I like climb on them?
Nope. Sheer
Oh,
walls of crystal clear ice.
dang it. Okay. Vectrin, are you good over there?
All right. As
Yeah,
Makar
there's
waits
just
for
something
Vectrin's,
interesting here.
Makar waits for Vectrin's response, I'm going to go into a soft initiative.
How soft.
How soft?
Run
Pretty
away.
soft. All right. Kyrie, you're chilling out. Cromwell, can I get another acrobatics check from you as you move up closer? Again, at this point, you kind of see the steam well in front of you. Perfect. You don't actually knock over any eggs this time. You're kind of getting more used to making your way through. But again, you do see these gouts of steam directly in front of you.
In pockmarks, kind of the shape of an egg.
Kind of like they would, like more like a lava or a cocoon. Like, sorry, not what do you call it? What do you call that? Yeah, lava. I feel like is the right thing. Like a laval creature.
Well, like it might have come out of one of these eggs.
Maybe.
Interesting.
All right.
Hmm.
As you inspect the various holes in the wall, I need Vectrin and Makar to make perception checks.
Uh, 25 and 26.
25 and 26, eh? All right. As you do so, slithering, skulking up the walls and around to where our heroes are, the two Remorazes begin to stalk their prey. As they make their way to about here, Bectrin, you look a little bit to the north where that pathway was. You think you hear something. Makar, you hear it too. It is this drip, sizzle, drip, sizzle. You look behind you and you see nothing. You turn away back to what you're doing, looking at the creature in the wall. The wall of ice breaks, Bectrin, and you grab hold of the puffy wuffy cloak. Once again, drip,
Puffy
sizzle.
wuffy.
And this time, Makar, you see the drip. It is this solid, glowing orange ember that lands on the ice and melts and disappears. You turn your gaze upwards and can now see two Remorazes, the ones from above you, walking on the ceiling, drool and spittle dripping off their mandibles as they look in your direction, moving slowly, their giant legs basically scuttling them forward, them trying to be as quiet as possible.
Bectrin, don't make sudden movements. And then
Alright.
as I look at him, and I just look to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Run, you fool!
I was just picturing. What do you mean sudden movements? Just snaps his head up to look.
Like what? Um.
Bectrin, are you gonna do anything, buddy?
He told me not to make any sudden movements. I'm just waiting to figure out why here.
Oh, you're just staying still? You just no idea why there's no sudden movement?
Yeah, he said don't make sudden
Whatever you
movements. And I was
do,
like,
don't
okay,
look behind you.
what's up?
All right. As this happens, Makar, make a sense motive. Hi, Cass.
Ah, crap. I gotta push one.
Also, hi, Jen.
That's a 16.
16.
Not great.
All right. Unfortunately, that is not going to give you enough of an advantage as the creature leans backwards and whips its head downwards at Makar.
Yep.
You are struck for 22 damage. And 34 on a grapple check, you are ensnared by the
Whatever you do,
creature.
Makar, don't make any sudden moves.
I mean, to be fair to Tim. Yeah,
Yeah.
should have run. I had to run. All right. The creature's mandibles now have hold of Makar in its clutches as it lifts him off the ground and into the air. Bectrin, you watch as that happens. You watch as Makar is now basically being pierced in the chest by this creature. And with that, we're going to roll initiative. Oh, no, we're in initiative. All right.
Buy a car.
I'll give Actually, no, I'm going to give Bectrin a chance to. Actually, let's go from here. That's where we're going to start initiative. Bectrin, you see Makar get picked up. What do you do?
I am going to alert the others that we have a situation here in the rear that we are dealing with.
Very well. All right. The rest of you hear the sounds of alarm
Real mature,
being
guys.
called.
Real mature.
Hmm?
Don't worry about it. Ignore them.
Okay. Oh no. However, will I learn how to ignore these people?
Exactly. Bectrin's gonna sigh, wonder why they didn't just run, and then let's see. I can't attack this thing from where I am, can I? It's on the ceiling, isn't it?
Yes, they're both on the ceiling.
Okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to throw my danbongs to try to hit that thing in the face and get it to drop Makar.
Wait, before
And
you
then
do
I'm
that,
going to
Bectrin,
suggest
maybe
that we
you should
run.
read Makar's battle plan and just see that you're sticking to it.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to hit him in the face, get him to drop a car, and then suggest that we run.
All right.
Oh, that sounds pleasant.
It's
Let's
super
hang out and
pleasant.
have tea.
All right.
Is that from those things or somewhere else?
That's from those things.
Right.
Also, Sirenscape, ladies and gentlemen.
Range, there it is.
There is actually a sound set for what Remoraz sound like.
Ugh. Crits.
Oh, very nice. As you throw your Danbong, it manages to strike it in one of its eyes. As it gets crit for how much damage?
There's the first one.
29 damage. Spectre's on fire today.
And there's the second one.
Again,
One
with
again.
one.
All right, 10 points of damage. So 39 damage in total as you throw your Danbongs. Immediately as they do so, they continue to spin and fly back towards you as you manage to catch both of your returning throwing weapons. Pick a number between 1 to 5.
Go 5. I'm going to go opposite ends of the spectrum this time. I did 1. Let's do 5.
4, 5. Here we go. It is bludgeoning. Target must succeed a flat DC 5 check or fail all verbal component spells. Well, given that this is clearly an attack against the teeth, I will say that if he fails his DC 5 check, he will drop Makar.
Sweet.
Well, in some countries, did you know that a natural 1 is actually a 5?
What?
I was unaware of this.
You see, because 1 is a holy number.
You mean for very large values of 1?
Yeah. Fuck. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? Fine. Makar, you are dropped and freed as Beckton,
Yay!
with the aim and grace of a fucking acrobat, manages.
7d6 falling damage.
Yeah.
Imagine having 3 jinx points.
I do, but you know what? I'm happy with that. I don't want to rub Beckton to that. So as you've thrown it, it's managed to hit square in the jaw, and Makar is now free. Kite, we now turn to you, please.
I'm still in gas form, huh?
Yep.
I think you can end it whenever. I'll let that say it's just the duration is 2 minutes a level.
Has it got a D anywhere near it in brackets?
Casting time.
Yeah, 2 minutes level D.
Yeah, so it's dismissible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think you have to be the one to do it.
Yeah, I
since
believe
you cast
Makar
the
is
spell.
Correct.
one
Makar
using
needs
it.
to be the one to dismiss it.
All right.
It's okay,
so
I
then-
can just tell him.
No, I can't.
Because Makar has no mouth.
Yep. I said that's why I couldn't warn you guys about what I saw.
I will just hold an action to cast the spell on him until for when Makar drops the concentration.
All right, very well. What spell?
Call lightning.
Sure, not a problem. You ready in action to call lightning as soon as you have manifested back in the real world. Makar, you no longer are grappled as you land on the ground underneath where this Remoraz is. It is still above you. It is shaking its nose as you've seen the Danbongs get snatched back up by Bektrin. You are prone, laying on the ground underneath it as lava from its like pink fluids sizzles around you
Yeah.
next to you. If you stay here, you're literally gonna get rained on with this creature's caustic hot body.
Is dismissing a free?
It is.
Okay, I guess if he wants to be dismissed, then yeah, I will dismiss the gaseous form.
You do not know he needs to be dismissed. If you wish to, you may do so. However, be aware, we always play this game as though you are in the world, you are in the mindset. This is not a meta thing. If you are certain this is your
Yeah.
action, you may do so.
Um,
I'm not trying to talk him out of it. I'm just trying to be like,
Yeah, no. What would Makar do?
Makar would just
Makan
try
knows
and
that
cast
Kite
fly
really
to
likes
himself and
fire,
fly
so
away.
materializing on top of a bunch of
Yeah.
flying eggs would probably be a
Makar,
really
Makar, I'm going to
handy
cast fly on myself and just get out of there.
all right,
Try
you
to
begin
make
to
it through.
cast
So,
fly. Anything else?
if I have fly on, then I move 40 feet and try to get out from underneath the rain of spit.
fly.
All right, that is very unfortunate to hear, Neil.
Why?
For the
Oh, because I have attack of opportunity.
for the predominant reason that it is going to get an attack of opportunity, which it is going to use both power attack and awesome blow.
Oh God. Goodbye, Makar.
Hey, the Lorite, what is up, my dear and amazing friends? Ardana, it's so good to see you. How are you, my beautiful and wonderful being? I hope you're doing well. I hope that your Assassin's Creed run was going super well. Long story short, our heroes are currently walking through a nest belonging to these beautiful creatures known as Remoraz. Kyrie, our Ratfolk Slayer, is currently in gaseous form, hovering over the eggs. Cromwell, our monk, is walking through them, though he's had a couple of accidents. He's doing all right as well. We have Kite, who has been transformed into a mist by Makar, our resident arcane archer. And Bectrin, our warrior, is currently trying to help Makar escape from the clutches of one of these terrifying beasties. It is, however, Makar who has just cast the fly spell and attempting to retreat, which provokes an attack of opportunity.
Oh no!
Of course.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Maybe.
Oh no.
All right. I did mention it was unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use a hero point to stay at 1 HP.
You may absolutely do that. All right. You remain on 1 hit point, thanks to the hero point. Guys, thank you so much again to my chat for the people who continue to ensure that characters like Makar manage to survive bullshit like this. So, as you attempt to cast your spell, however, it does fail because you are struck while casting your spell, meaning your spell immediately drops and boom, you are bitten.
Nope.
Oh, Adana dropping them big bucks. All right, we need to take a moment here. Neil, who is your character's deity?
Sarenrae.
Sarenrae. All right. Sarenrae. All right, here we go. This will do. All right, Makar.
Mm-hmm.
A golden light begins to stream in from an unseen location, bathing you in glorious warmth from the summer sun. There within, an individual shows up. An angel covered from head to toe in scriptures, tomes, scribbled writings, and much, much more. A Lorite who descends from on high. They look at you and say, Makar, 'tis with Our Lady's blessing that you may continue this fight. Do not fall, and do not forget. Your strength lies in your great heart and ability to forgive. Do not be clouded by violence and the meta. Be good, for there is nothing greater than this for any hero.
Thank you.
And she reaches for you, touches your head, and draws the symbol of Sarenrae, an angel with a setting sun haloing behind them. And as this happens, your body swells with magic. Healing light flows through you.
Oh.
And with a divine intervention. Sorry, not divine intervention, with divine healing.
Divine intervention.
You are now on full health, with all conditions reset and all of your spells and abilities also reset.
Whoa.
Alright. Thank you, Ardana, for dropping that by. You're a bloody legend. Also, you spoil my players.
Cast fly again, Makar.
Alright.
I say
Well, you do
Ardana
still
had to leave though.
look, you do still lose your fucking turn, okay? So let's count
Yeah, I
down
know.
there.
Hey, it's Crumble saying,
Now. Ooh, I hate that. Yes, that's the one. Alright. Top of the round, Kyrie. The steam vents continue exhausting in front of you, while your allies seem to be somewhat imperiled. You hear the sounds of the Remorazes behind you, along with the crunching sound of Makar's body.
How long has it been since I cast?
30 seconds.
Cool. I'm still useless. I
Wait, was
put
this
myself
before or after you cast the spell? Because, I mean, it's very hard to tell some days.
Gosh.
I'd like to cast Call Lightning on the
If you
GM.
want to just
Right?
release it.
Can I put my order after Cromwell? Put my spot in the order after Cromwell.
Yes, you may. Tim, did you have
But you can dismiss it whenever you feel like, if you don't like it anymore.
It says that it has to be used in 1 minute increments. I assumed that meant I have to be in
no.
4.
Sorry. Yes, that is potentially misleading. So, what it means to say is it has to be used in 1 minute increments. You can dismiss it at any time. Regardless of when you dismiss it, it will at minimum always take 1 minute off the usable time.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought I had to.
Yeah, no, I know.
chill here for a
That
minute.
is
It's
rather
basically
misleading.
every minute rounded up is how much time you lose on it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I am going to instead. Oh wait, I only moved. Oh shit.
I'll say that you
10.
can have your turn for your previous turn because you just stood there last time, so you can have 2 turns now.
Okay, and it's 10 feet per round while I'm gas.
Correct.
Yes? All right, so I'm going to stay in gaseous form to try to get back over the egg first. Can I double move in gas as well?
Sure.
This is such a weird thing I'm asking. All
See if I
right.
can speed her up by blowing.
All right, so I should be able to make it there. What does it cost to drop it?
It's a free action.
Okay, then can I study? Do I have eyes? I'm in gaseous form.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a way to perceive the world around you, so sure, you can study.
Okay, so instead of dismissing, just because I don't want to leave myself open to get hit, I'm going to study them as my free action
Sure.
this round.
Yep.
And then that will be my turn.
Is that both turns or just this turn?
Yeah, I moved 40, so that has to be both turns.
No, that's 2 actions.
Yes, I did 20, so I double moved.
Oh yeah,
for
double
2
move
rounds.
twice. Yep. Okay, I'm with you. Yep. Ring. Phone. All right. The Remuraz.
Cromwell, because I put myself after him, but then didn't realize I
Oh
could
yes,
dismiss.
that's right. Cromwell, you're up.
Yes. Okay, well, I will take a step back to see what's going on.
Are you still trying to avoid the eggs?
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
I'll still be going half speed.
Yep, you're fine. Easy.
Okay, so half speed is 25 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I see these giant things, obviously. Well, I don't know, obviously. Are they obvious?
Yeah, they're pretty obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
When they were approaching and stealthing, they were moving intentionally slower and more reserved to try and ambush
Right.
the others. But once they were discovered, they stuck out their fins. They're now glowing
Okay.
along their midsections. They're
Yeah.
very obvious creatures.
Well, seeing as Makar is looks like he's about to get eaten,
He looks in really good health, though.
he still looks like he's about to get eaten.
It does look like he's about to get eaten.
I will. These eggs, they broke when they hit the ground, but they're not. They don't like disintegrate to the touch, though, do they?
They do not do. Okay, so I want you to get the impression in your mind of like wax filled with tallow.
Okay, so soft, but not immediately falling to pieces.
Correct, but too much pressure and it will break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I want to pick up the nearest one and throw it at that one above Makar.
Throw an egg.
That's savage, and I like it.
Sure. Make a ranged attack with a -4 penalty.
You said eggs are improvised weapons.
Actually, you know what? Before that, because there was a story beat I was gonna hit, and this fucking ruins my story beat. And I think the card is gonna take precedent over this.
Okay.
I've never done this before because it's never been at odds with what my players do. Normally, with the plot twists, I usually try to weave it in. But this is the first time I'm gonna stop it.
Go for it.
So, thank you. I appreciate that. Cromwell. The ground beneath you begins to shake, as if something large is moving around beneath the glacier. As this happens, the Remorazes begin to look concerned, looking around and seeing that the whole structure seems to be losing a lot of its integrity. A large boulder of ice. Not like a huge, like, squishy one, but like maybe probably about the size of like a big suitcase of luggage, cracks from the ceiling and begins to fall. It looks like it's going to land somewhere just behind you in the, like, just kind of like there-ish.
I can see it on your stream, but not on our map.
About here.
Ah, got it. Okay, yep. So what, it looks like it's about to just squish like a whole bunch of eggs.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I was about to try and distract it by throwing an egg, but seeing the wall cave in, I'll use my attack instead to try and smash the chunk of ice into smithereens. I'll use my bonus action to activate Elemental Fury and add fire damage.
Ooh, I like that. All right, make your attack action. As you move and sort of change your gears, you have the egg in your hand, and both Remorazes seem to eyeball you very heavily. With a 22, that is actually precisely the DC. As you turn and you change your throwing arm into an uppercut, and there's actually a really cool thing that Jackie Chan can do, which was to hold an egg in one hand, deliver a punch that could break stone,
Yeah.
but still hold the egg intact in his hand.
Yeah.
So you are basically doing it with this kind of delicacy as you
That's cool.
hit this rock this ice chunk and begin to shatter it. The heat from your fist as you use your elemental fire melts some of the ice, turning it into steam. However, more of these rocks look like they're coming loose. The Remoraz begin to move. They ignore you guys for the time being and will move to try and hold the roof together. They begin to vomit out that pink liquid. However, this one seems to be inert. Not like the hot lava-like stuff that they are using normally, but more the resin that held their eggs in place. They seem to be spewing it onto the ceiling to try and keep the whole thing from caving in. That is what the two of them do. Vectrin, you're up.
I am going to once again suggest that we run and get the hell out of here.
Like go the other way where they used to be. Down that hole.
Yeah, at this point, because everything's falling apart and there's lava eggs there, so I'm going to suggest we go up and around where these things were.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm for it.
We out of initiative or still in it?
You're still in initiative. It is currently Vectrin.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my turn to move to the north, out of the way of all of the falling ice and everything.
All right, you do so as Vectrin moves to the north. Kite.
Do I even notice anything in a gas form?
Mm-hmm. You are aware of the world around you. You can see the ceiling cracking and breaking.
All right, well, fuck that, and I will double move to get the fuck away.
All right, that's 20 foot. You may move to get the fuck away.
So right about there, I think.
All right, Maka.
All right. So you said I was prone.
Yep. When you fell from the jaws of death, you fell prone.
Okay. Is it half move to stand up, or is it just a full action to stand up?
It is a move action to stand.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll stand up. And then now seeing Kyrie back to normal form, because I did see her turn into a gas form earlier. And
I've
seeing
not dropped
another
it yet.
gas. Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No.
So I see two gas forms coming this way, realizing we need to run away. And I know that, running is faster than gas. So I'm going to then drop mine for Kite.
Not a problem. Kite,
Yes.
you regain your form.
Woohoo!
The free action. And then I guess
Indeed.
I'll spend my action to run them.
And you spend your action to run. Very well. You
if
also...
if I can do that.
All right, you also take off.
I don't know how far I can go with the run.
All right. We're back at the top of the round, but more cracks begin to appear in that ceiling. The Remoraz are trying their hardest to stay ahead of it. They're not doing great. All right, Kyrie, you're up.
I will use my free action to drop my form.
Yep.
And then I will also start. I'm going to start following everyone.
All right, you piss bolt and you run. Cromwell, you're up next.
Keep heading around the top, and I will meet you there. I will aim at the ceiling and use my dragon burning breath, which I was trying to find a way to measure, but it's a 30-foot cone, but I don't know how to put it out, so I can't really see what it's going to cover at the roof.
No, that's okay. If you step to here, let me just ping that on your map real quick. I need to figure out what the hotkey is for the ping button. But there, if you can get to there, which if you make an acrobatics check, you can move at full speed. It's just a little harder than when you were moving in half.
Okay.
Directly above you is a 30-foot, area where neither of these two
Right, they
are.
cover quite a lot of it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I will actually use up that hero point at a +8.
Very well. +8 to your acrobatics. 34. Ooh. That is fucking plenty. Okay. With a 34, you make it all the way to that location. Over here. And as you do so, you use your fire cone.
Yep.
And as you do, the ice melts.
Cross ceiling.
Yeah, the ice does melt, but as it does, as the water kind of pours into it, the actual cold that comes from the planet's surface, as well as these creatures, external shells when they're not using their fire heat, when they're using their resin, actually creates a sort of almost like a cushioned slurry that seals some of these cracks together. All right. Anything else?
That would be my turn. Yep.
All right. Let's make a wisdom check here. All right. The Remoraz keep working tirelessly. The earthquake has gotten worse. The steam vents now are basically adding water to this area, as now water is starting to flood into this space. Remorazes are not amphibious. So water is now... Yeah, no, none of you guys are either. But water is now pouring down from here and creating almost like a shin-high deluge. All right, Bectrin. Oh, actually, sorry. One of the Remorazes is going to crawl down and basically lay its body down to kind of stop the water from getting in as best it can. Bectrin, you are up as you continue your way around. I'm just gonna, for the sake of expediency, say that you guys will move as you intend, up and around through to here. Presuming that you guys are here already, Bectrin, what would you like to do? Oh, and real quick, Fem Gamer Party, welcome in, you beautiful bloody legends. You hope you had a wonderful stream, having a cool chatting session. What did you get up to? What were you talking about? Let me know all the cool, amazing, and spectacular things going on in your neck of the woods. Our heroes are currently trying to get through a glacial rift to try and go and find passage into a city nearby. Currently, a nest of Remoraz eggs is being protected by 2 adult Remorazes, which are like these giant centipedes with ice and fire powers, and Cromwell, who has opted to stay behind in the nest and assist Mom and Dad in their protection of the nest. The rest of the group is trying to get past and around, and we are now up to Bectrin, our dwarven warrior, to tell us what he does.
What would make a man's heart so neutral?
Yeah. Can make a... yeah. To shreds.
All right. So, you said the water's about shin height?
Yeah. Which for you is waist height.
Oh shit.
I'm not that short.
There you are.
All right. Is it traversable? Would we be able to push our way through?
Difficult terrain, but yes.
Wouldn't our feet be the same size though?
All right.
Never mind. I'm done.
I am going to attempt to, along the northern wall, sort of use the wall and push myself up to the northwest there.
All right. Step by step, you begin to sidle into the water. As soon as you touch it, it is freezing. Make a fortitude save.
Ooh.
Thankfully, your dwarven heartiness keeps you warm and stout. You dig deep as you begin to force your way forward along the tunnel. Now, the water, just so that everyone can be aware, now that Bectrin can see, is actually coming from the cracks here. Once you get past that T-junction and pick a lane, you will be in the clear. Go.
Sounds good.
Excuse me.
All right. After Bectrin, we go to Kite.
Honestly, I don't know what to do. I really don't want to jump in the cold water.
I don't wanna jump in the cold water.
But that kind of seems to be the only option.
Just have my car give you a piggyback ride. It'll be fine.
I can't fly on you.
I am no waterman. I am a shaman.
Yeah, I guess Kite will just hop in after
Alright.
Bectrin.
Fortitude save.
Please roll good. Hey.
Nice.
Natural 20! Bow, bow,
Woo.
bow. You also stave off the cold, you big wuss. And you manage to, you walk in and you're just like, oh, it's actually not that cold. I forgot, plants don't have nerve endings. Do 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 do. Yes, yeah.
Yet they still die if it's too cold.
They do die if it's too cold. Yeah, they just there's no midsection. It's just you're alive or you're dead. No, you're fine. You're fine. So yeah, you enter the water and like Bectrin, you're pretty good at enduring it, and you continue onwards. Macaw.
Seeing that they're doing okay with the water, I'm also going to try and make my way up. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And I guess I'll just double move. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, or that's it? Then fort save.
That's it. Because I only have a 20 move. Fort save. 22.
That is exactly what you needed. All right. As you make your way into the water, it's super chilly, super cold, but you're okay. You think maybe Kyrie, you're up next. Your friends are there. It's kind of like the Polar Bear Club. They're like, get in, Kyrie. It's fine. And
Well, for once, my cold immunity might help.
oh yeah, you're immune to cold.
And I'm not feeling any pain, so I know that Cromwell is at least still alive.
It's true.
So I will also just walk my happy ass out there.
All right, you just walk out there. You didn't even need half speed. You just kind of like move through
What's up,
the
guys?
icy water pretty easily. That's about it. All right,
Like, hey,
Cromwell.
what's up? Like,
Oh yeah, no, go on, Makar. What'd you say?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something. It's fine.
No.
All right.
Sorry. Quick question. Before Cromwell gets his turn, because I only moved, and only my movement speed, not
I
twice it.
suppose. Yeah, go on.
I know. I'm sorry.
Look at me.
How-
I'm
how
entitled to all of
fast?
my actual actions.
How fast is this water moving?
Probably about 5-10 foot around. Not very fast at all. Like I said,
Would
mostly
I
just
be-
cold more than anything else.
Would I be able to try to start freezing it so it's not affecting my party?
Interesting. I will allow you to. Well, I mean, yes, you can ask your armor, and your armor has a lot of power. It depends on what you're asking it to do. You'll need to be specific in your request. Would you like me to?
Okay.
Would you like me to be the armor? I'll be the armor.
Of course. Who else would be my armor?
All right, give me 2 seconds. I just need to set stuff up. I press the button over here. Press the button over here. Now my players cannot hear me, but they can sort of hear me. If I press this button, going over here, this button then over here does thing. But then this button stops working, and Dad gets really mad because it should be working, but it isn't. Now it's working, and now I'm louder because I'm using this thing that I wasn't. Then Dag push the button, and once the button's here, this thing will load. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll crash. Who knows? Dag doesn't know. Dag just hopes. There we go. All right, I have it. Done. I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Phew, this is gonna be weird. Alexandra, I believe, is the armor's name.
Yep.
I need your help. I would like to see if we can keep our our party safe while not undermining what Cromwell has been doing.
Well, of course you need my help, darling. And I can offer
right.
you some aid. But we're going to need a little help. This is a lot of water, even for me to be able to freeze in an instant. But if we can get to the source of where this deluge is coming from, then perhaps I'll be able to freeze it shut.
Understood. I will have to then. I'll let the party know that I'm going to go on ahead.
You do that, sweetheart.
All right, Kyrie will do so. She's. I have a plan. Just take your time. Don't get washed away. I'll be right back. And then I will use, or is talking to her in action?
No, it'll be free.
Okay, so I will use the rest, or use my action to move. Oops,
All
hold
right.
on.
You continue to move upwards. As I said, because the water is icy enough, the white armor protects you and stops you from being slowed down by it as you move forward. All right. Done and done. Cromwell. Cromwell.
So a bit of water, it looks like it might be starting to come down this way.
It looks like it's trying to. The Remoraz is digging its arms and its legs into the walls to try and pin it in place, but it is becoming difficult.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I will attempt to move up here where there's these sort of knobbly bits coming off the wall and smash them like chunks off to help seal the entrance.
You don't believe you'd be able to cause enough of a cave-in without jeopardizing the eggs with the ceiling in the state it's in.
Off the walls? Okay.
Yeah, because that would make the whole thing unstable. You do look at the Remoraz, and it is sliding backwards. It looks like if, nothing's done, it'll slide back directly into the eggs. Its scales are searing hot.
Scales?
Yeah, like the little segmented bits and pieces.
Right. How big is these? Are these actually this big? So they're huge?
Yeah, they're actually that big, yeah.
So pushing on it's not really going to do much considering its size.
If you would like to, you can make a strength check, which would give it advantage on its strength check.
Right.
Kind of like an aid other action.
Sure.
All right. Placing your hands on its person. The moment you touch it, you are hit with some fire damage. But, thanks to your armor of the Red Rider, you are immune to the flames as they sizzle on the edges of your hands as you hold it back. Nice. All right. Between the two of you, the water is still being held at bay, not moving an inch as you both hold it, but some of the water now pouring down on top of you from the other side as well. Again, super cold. You've even with some of it boiling when it makes contact with the Remoraz, you're still being hit with a really cool spray. The Remorazes, again, the top one is trying to continue sealing the roof. The one at the bottom is blocking the water. All right, back to our trio of scalers. Are you guys going to continue trying to make your way up along the waterways? Vectrin, Makar, and Kite?
Sure, yeah. Vectrin's plan was to try to slow or stop the water flow anyway, so that's what he's going to try to help with.
Okay, you continue to move upwards to that effect. Makar?
Yep.
Kite, same thing?
Yeah, I'll move forward. Except, so I think so because yeah, I think that's all really. I was gonna think about casting Fly on Kyrie to help her, but it's a touch and I can't get to her right now. So
All right.
I could probably do it on Vectrin at least.
Sure. Vectrin, you now
Vectrin could
have
maybe
the
help her get up there.
Vectrin, you now have the fly spell. I'm willing to say that you would have done that before, which means Vectrin, you could actually fly and pick up Kyrie and actually take her to the rest of the way.
That was going to be my question, so thank you for answering it.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
I feel like I'm in sync with your characters at the moment. Can I
Yes,
get a
so-
athletics check from you as you try to grab hold of Kyrie while you're flying past?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
As Makar lays his hands upon you, his magic swell within you. You watch as your these arcane runes ensnare around your arms and your feet, and you float into the air. Zooming forward, you reach out and you attempt to grab hold of Kyrie. As we make that athletics check.
I don't
Oh, sorry,
see
acrobatics.
athletics in my list.
Sorry, acrobatics check. My apologies.
Okay, that I got.
Also, no worries, Urban Dragon. We are actually just about to wrap up soon as well. So thank you for joining us. Mwah. All right, with a 30, that does it, and flies 60 foot, right?
If he's wearing light armor, or I think it's medium armor, is 40.
What are you wearing, Vectrin?
It should be, I believe it's light.
All right, light armor. Kyrie is brought to the crack. As you do so, you see just the water pouring out from this wall. Kyrie, we now go to you. I need you to make me a straight... Dang, it's a shame. A straight intelligence check.
I'm super smart, you guys.
I did not mean to laugh like that, I promise.
All right, with a 12, you begin to freeze the water. It slows it down, but it does not fix it just yet. One more round of this should suffice, though. Cromwell, you feel the water easing. It is your turn. What do you want to do?
I mean, I know you can't really bull rush and shove things more than a size larger, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway.
All right, make a just make a strength check. It's not resisting in that way. All right. With a 13, you do assist it, and the Remoraz manages to push against the waves. It turns up the heat and begins to evaporate the water in front of it, roaring as it does. All right. With the rest of the group slowly making their way up the river, much easier now that the river is weaker. Kyrie, can I get one more intelligence checks, please?
Nice!
With a nat 20!
Woo!
The river is sealed in a very solid chunk of ice. And the water subsides, either flowing harmlessly through the cracks in the tunnel, or being evaporated by the Remoraz. The nest is safe, and the two parent Remorazes make a call you haven't heard of, like a song from a great beast, a song of joy and relief. Alright. No worries, Jen. You're my absolute pleasure. I wanted to make sure that, you know, everyone who's made the time to be in chat gets to experience it, even if, you know, yeah, it's fine. And like I said, we're close to the end, so it made sense. Alright. Guys, guess what?
What?
As this happens, the Remoraz recognize Cromwell's assistance, and as they move around to see him, their legs basically careful enough that it doesn't actually break any of their eggs. They kind of look over Cromwell, and
I'll put down the egg I was holding.
you put down the egg you were holding.
Right.
As you put down the egg that you were holding, they recognize that you know all the effort that you have done. They made the wisdom save earlier on, but for helping evade the tragedy of this nest being destroyed, the Remoraz are going to give you their blessing.
Ooh.
Whoa.
All right.
Blessing of the Remoraz.
They regurgitate a.
Why does everything on this planet vomit on you to give
I don't
them
know.
blessings?
They regurgitate that pink goo on you. As it does, it begins to settle on you like that kind of resin jelly. It is also an intense heat, so freaking intense, in fact, that you feel it all the way down to your bones, even through your immunity. You now have the heat supernatural power.
Ooh.
The heat supernatural power works as follows. If you lose your temper, by in which removing yourself from the ability to use your key points, that is until the end of combat. Think of it like a barbarian rage. You will then exude 8d6 points of fire damage from all surfaces of your body. Creatures striking you with a melee weapon an unarmed strike, natural attack, or natural weapon will suffer this damage. Likewise, if anyone attempts to grapple you or you to grapple them. This heat is strong enough to melt and burn metal. A fortitude save is needed to basically take metal and simply turn it into a liquid.
Jeez.
Does it do it if I hit them as well, or only if they hit me?
I will say that if you hit them, only if you do not use your stone gauntlets.
Okay.
So so I would say only because 8d6 is a huge amount and there is no save to halve or anything.
So perhaps this would just be an alternate sort of touch attack and not an actual.
Correct. Yeah, I'd say that'd be fine. Yeah, let's say that it is a unique touch attack that you can use not as part of your unarmed strike series.
Because then it could be somewhat equivalent to my current damage because there's no flat bonus to this.
Sure, and a touch attack is obviously a little bit better than a
Yeah, when there's something really.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I like that. That's good. Perfect. So that comes courtesy of course, our $100 massive donation that came from our dear friend Schooly Eye, as well as, of course, the plot twist as well. So well done on that front. Now, again, you can be creative with this as well, much like you can evaporate water, you know, think of it this way, but you do need to be enraged. You need to put yourself in that mindset. Now, if you're out of key, that's also fine. If you're out of key, that is just a good way for you to be able to use it as well. Neat. Guys.
That's awesome.
But so just to be clear, if I choose to do that, I can't deactivate it for the rest of the combat?
Correct. And then after, you will be fatigued for 1 hour, at which point after that hour, your key stuff will be returned.
Okay.
Or if you remove fatigue in any other way. Like, if you have like a cure of fatigue with a touch spell or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, our
Nice.
group has managed to evade trouble for the time being. There are 2 pathways for them to take. We will come back next week as they continue onwards. But before we leave, we need to give thanks to, of course, our latest raiders that came in. RPG Dinosaur Bob, you bloody beautiful man, you. How are you? I hope that that summer at World Anvil is going brilliantly. I hope that you're having a great time. I hope that all of your inspired ideas continue to flow out of you, much like the icy river did in our campaign today. What about his gear? Because his gear is the gear tied to the Herald of the Red, which is the Red Rider of the Baba Yaga, who had command over fire and summer, his gear doesn't give a shit about fire. He's already immune to, like, that, so he's good. All good on that one. Also, Variance, good to see you. And Twisted Fate, North, you bloody legend. Good to see you as well, my friend. Okay, we're going to finish, because we're done here. And I didn't want to leave on a cliffhanger, because, you know what? This was such a feel-good moment. Kyrie, Bectrin, Macaw, and even Kite. I know, Kite, it kind of felt like you just sort of wondered about a bit. But here's the catch, right? It is equally important that you don't fuck up. And I can't tell you enough how much, I wish Neil had that power. But he doesn't.
Harsh.
I can't even control it myself.
but there are definitely a few moments there, especially a couple of good nat 20s and stuff like that. So yes, don't worry, there will be more chances for Kite to shine in Kite's element. But this whole thing, I think, was just spectacular. You guys did so fucking well that I'm actually going to give you all a level up for your efforts.
Hey!
So well
See,
done, everyone.
I
Also-
think that, well,
Also, real quick, Mint Gems. Yes, we are playing Pathfinder 1st Edition. But hey, if you like 2nd Edition, we have plenty of 2nd Edition on this channel. We love Pathfinder. You know what? I'm actually hoping to, at some point or another, add a Starfinder game into the role as well. That way we get to do all the things. So, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, if you feel like it, give us a follow. You won't be disappointed. Actually, if you want to, our Friday game, which is, coming up this week, is going to be session 1 of our new campaign, 7 Dooms of Sandpoint, which is a really cool Pathfinder 2nd Edition one. So yeah, there you go. Okay. Congratulations, guys. And yes, sorry, I was gonna say I want to leave on a high note. You guys did well. You guys saved the Remoraz kids. You did the all the stuff, and you get a level up. No cliffhanger, no evil, sinister, maniacal, evil thing about to get you till next week. Just enjoy the week. Let all that soak in. Feel great. Feel amazing. And guys, as always, because we hit the Wednesday late night, we don't have anyone to raid in particular from our group of individuals. So instead, we do our dag formations. What are dag formations? They're really nice things that just, we say nice things for nice people because, fuck it, the world needs more of that shit. So what do we have for today? What has my week been like today? Whew. All right. As I grow up and as I get older as a role player, I look back at some of the younger players that I have the absolute privilege of being able to work with, and I see them making a lot of the mistakes that I used to make. As a reaction, most of the time, I will often try to correct them, often try to turn around and say, hey, don't make this mistake. Hey, don't make that mistake. And it wasn't until I got even older, ironically, that I realized that sometimes just sitting back and allowing mistakes to happen are the best way to go about it. You don't forget mistakes you make. You don't forget it when you feel the consequences of your actions. And the same thing can be said about your characters. Now, I don't mean this in any bad way, but Neil is a great example of this. Because Neil tries very hard. And you've seen Neil does work very hard to make sure that his characters stay safe, know what his powers are, know how they work. We saw it today with him and Kite trying to get across the puzzle, because that is how it works. Sometimes they'll work, and sometimes they'll fail. The important thing is to take life lessons from people like Neil. When it happens, and when the bad stuff happens, smile, laugh, enjoy. It's a game. We're having fun. We're enjoying this. And you know what? maybe you won't make the mistake the next time. Unless you're Neil. Because guarantee you'll make that fucking same mistake again, and again, and again, and again. But you'll still make me laugh, and Neil will always be smiling, and then I can't fault that. Okay? So make yourself
Yeah.
happy. Just do the thing. Yeah. Don't be afraid of failure. Failures are where you find those beautiful gems. So yeah, that's it.
Especially when you make your players hate you as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you guys want to hear a story? Actually, I've got a little story time as well if you guys want to hear it. It happened today. Like just before I came into the game, I know it sounds awful, right? But I had to beat down a kid in D&D. I did. So here's what happened. I had to go. So we had a new player join one of our tables, right? And we were doing a game where we're doing auditions for these new characters to come in, and one of the characters was a barbarian. And so I had to step away to make the Barbarian's Hero Forge mini to go bring back to the game. And I said, hey, because my character was playing in this game. I'm not the GM. I'm a player. So my character, who is the leader of the group, turned around and said, hey, you're in charge of the audition here. You set the goal, make sure they do it, and if they pass, then we'll introduce them to the group. So I leave and I go off. I come back and I find out that guy said, you can fight any two of us, and if you win, it's a non-lethal fight, but if you win, you get to come with us. And so the person who I said to allocate the goal then also said that they could choose which two opponents they had. And they chose the pacifist cleric of Sarenrae and the sorcerer to get into melee combat. And so I got in, and this guy who had used a battle axe had 24 strength, had basically just min-maxed themselves all the way to Sunday, used their fist and was just pummeling these two characters into oblivion. My character was so angry. I came back and I was like, what's going on? What's it's like, oh yeah, they're just, like getting into a fight and they did this thing. And I said, why would we hire someone who is so cowardly that they pick the two weakest people in our group while having stats like this? I'm like, no. My character grabs these two characters, pulls them aside and said, no, if you want to join this group now, you're going to have to go through me. And my character he's called a Shadow of Anko. He makes clones of himself, all of which are strength-based fighters. So I show up and I say, okay, cool, take your best shot. Takes a hit, misses, hits one of my clones. My clone disappears. And I say, cool, my turn. And I land a critical hit and deal 58 points of damage out of the 65 hit points they had. And I said, do you want to give up? You can surrender. That's, it's a friendly thing, but and my character was like super metal too. I turned around and I said, if you want to pass this test, you need to come at me like you need to kill me because I am not holding back. And that was like my first hit. Second hit, I raised my sword and she comes in, hits me again, or he comes in, hits me again, hits the clone again. The second clone's gone. So now it's just me, no clones, and I'm just about to hit them again. And they go, okay, I give, holy fuck. And I'm like, yeah, you bloody do. Like, I was like, I don't know why, but for me that was very invigorating because it felt like, again, if they'd gone in and challenged someone like to a straight up like fair mano-a-mano fight, I think I'd be cool with that. But because they were like wailing on like the healer and the sorcerer in melee fights, I was like, nah, I'm not holding back. Felt good. Felt good to stand up for the little guy. But now they joined the group, and now there's like this, like we got, a character's getting drunk, doing the whole thing. So it was good. It was great. So yeah, failure can sometimes tell good stories. That was a great story that came about from the failure of two of my other party members, the failure from this person who had, by the way, min-maxed to Crazy Town, because they're level 5. Nuts. But yeah, but that's it. There you go. Lots of stories. Lots of stuff. Okay, we're going now. We're gonna leave. Guys, stay safe. Stay wonderful. Be kind to each other because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Also, yes, variance. Exactly. It was a smart play, but not the honorable one.